I'm Kimberly. This is Travis, and we are Spicy Marriage Radio.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
So
last we left you guys, we said that we were going to have episode 10. Things happened. Life happens. Let's just be honest. Life happens.
I'll tell you what really happened.
That happened. That happened.
I was sick. I was sick for about 2 weeks, and I just didn't want to do any editing. I didn't even do the bare. It was I was down for a little while. Yeah. So which really affected us, but we're back.
He's getting there,
and my lungs are almost there.
Yeah. So just need to do a lot more steam showers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Steam showers.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say steamy. I said steam showers.
Yeah. Saunas.
Sure. Yeah. Saunas.
Hot rocks.
Oh yeah. Could do some hot rocks.
So, but we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
And to continue the marriage discussion. And, a lot of times we have fun. Sometimes we eat food together. Sometimes we ask each other questions just to kind of keep it interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like you guys are going on our date nights, date days with us. So, yeah. Like today, you
look so pretty today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you going to wash my hair for me too?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey. See if I can make that happen. But we do have food in front of us. I actually got pizza from this place called Pizza Stoned. Don't get it confused with getting stoned pizza. It's Pizza Stoned. And there was
a food truck.
Yeah. It was just something we happened to see in the parking lot. And I was like, Pizza Stoned. Maybe it's backwards. And I looked it up. Lo and behold, it's on Instagram. And
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, there was a bit of a, oh my gosh, are you serious right now? There's no veggies. They had no veggies.
They ran out of veggies. I guess they had a big pizza order.
Yes. So she told me that they had a big order before they opened. And I was like, all right, I get it. Like, at least your business is thriving. But then we kind of got into a heated discussion in the car.
It was not an argument. Heated discussions and arguments are much different.
I think the people looking outside our car really
if
thought
you
we
were
were
looking outside the car, you would think that we were in an argument, but we were having a heated discussion.
And also remember, we're from New York, so we're very like hands in your face.
It was kind of fun.
So
you ever just have like a heated argument just to like keep it interesting?
Spice it up.
It's just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
So, well, last time we left off, we were in an empty office.
Yeah, we
resigned from Encounter, from our church, and we started a ministry called the Ark Identity Training. Mm-hmm. And now we're in our new office. This is the first time that you guys are getting to see us in our new space. And
there's my little desk area there.
That's where Kimberly hangs out. And so it's been an interesting journey. So we went at our anniversary weekend.
Yes, and
I got sick.
We will show you that video. It'll probably come after this video, right?
Yeah.
So he's got some editing to do. Yeah. I would have done the editing, but I just don't deal with this particular computer. So that's the downfall.
Okay. You can make excuses. I got you.
I don't deal with this computer. Give me InShot. I got it.
So we want to talk today about something in marriage that we see often. We notice it often in other couples, and we've also noticed it in our own marriage in the past, and not as much now, but it did exist at certain times in our marriage.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. And the word that we want. Are you ready for the word? This is what we're going to discuss today.
It's the C word.
The C word. Go ahead.
Control.
You are a 90s baby.
Yes, I am. Get it all the way. Okay. But yes, control.
Control.
Like, how do you handle it when your spouse or yourself controlling your marriage or controlling that other person? How do you handle control?
Or why do you feel like you need to control other people?
Yeah, that too.
This is a real topic. And I think this exists. And in different relationships, you have dominant, personalities and I don't know, what would you call them? Not submissive, but like
passive
personalities, right? Dominant and passive personalities. And a lot of times the dominant person is trying to exercise. Do your dance again. Control. So why do you think this is?
I think it has a lot to do with a lack of something. Like if you are married to someone where, let's say that was there initially, right? And at first it was something that you were attracted to because it was just like, oh, wow, they know how to take like authority in some sense. And it's like, well, I don't have to do that, And I think for others, it's just, it is that like you love to have that sense of control. You love to be able to say yes to this and no to that. And it's like, but when someone says, I'm not going to do that, it's like, how dare you? Yeah. And then it comes across,
here's the thing.
A whole nother
if you
way.
Call your spouse and they don't pick up the phone, do you get angry?
I did.
You did? Well, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
because it was a situation I could not control. I could not control the fact that you did not pick up that phone in the time that I needed you to pick up that phone.
Right.
And it was like, how dare you?
But it's a sense of control.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of ways, especially early on when we were really unhealthy in our marriage, there were times where it's like, no, like what he's doing is wrong. He needs to pick up the phone and be a dad. He needs to pick up the phone and be a husband, right?
Right.
So there was righteous anger in that. But then later on at times, it's like, why do we feel sometimes like if our spouse isn't doing what we want them to do, when we want them to do it, the way we want them to do it, that all of a sudden that gives us the right to be angry and manipulate the situation and throw a mild adult tantrum?
Because it's just that, like, it's not going in your favor. It's almost as if you're belittling how I feel, how I'm being seen. And it's like, how dare you? Like, now I'm going to control you even more so and be manipulative even more so because you discredit who I am.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
Let's talk about a form of control that is used in marriage often, but I don't think we actually identify it sometimes. Okay. Now, one of the things, especially as a man, right? Men need certain things in a relationship and they function at better, higher levels when they are actually active and getting sex on a regular basis. Now, what do you think about women who try and manipulate and control their marriage by withholding sex?
The power of the V. Huh?
The power of the what?
The power of the V.
Is that healthy? Is that okay?
Okay.
When is it okay? When is it not okay?
When is that time of the month? Duh.
Well, of course.
No, but I would say like before the person that I am sitting before you, I would have said, oh, I have every right to tell you when, where, how, and when I want it, because that's my power, that's my ability, and that still is. But at the same time, it's like, it's also a form of manipulation, right? Mm-hmm. Another sense of control. So it was just like, okay, well, I've been told this for so long that I control the situation, which you do. You do control the situation.
That's right. You have freedom.
Yes. But I was never taught there's a healthy way of going about it, having a conversation about it of like, okay, we're not going to put put it on a schedule. We're not going to put it on the planner. Like, we're having sex at this time and you're going to meet me in this place. Like, no, you still want that spontaneity.
we could do that though. I'm just playing.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
So,
but wait, what was the question? Now I got all sidetracked.
When is it healthy and when is it unhealthy? You know, obviously,
it's unhealthy
you
when
don't
you're
want to
manipulating.
You're not setting yourself up for abuse,
right?
Right. But at the same time, you're not using it as a weapon against your spouse almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
because honestly, let's be honest, ladies, like if you're saying, I'm not going to give my husband this because he didn't do this, that, and the other.
right.
And you continue to make that your excuse.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to lie. And then when he does decide to step out on your marriage or tries to seek something else somewhere else.
Well, we hope that doesn't happen.
We don't. But at the same time, if that does happen, you can't just say like, woe is me. You know, there's two parts to the story. Not saying that all blame goes to women, but at the same time, you can't just be like, well, you know, this is another reason to add to me not having had sex with my spouse.
I think one of the healthiest conversations that couples can have about sex is how often. And then
I think we discussed that before.
No,
like
we
how
do.
often.
We do.
No, but I'm saying we've discussed it before.
We
on
did?
Here. Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just encouraging you guys again.
It's as if he's trying to send me a reminder or something.
No.
Hello, you've been
No.
sick for 2.5 weeks. Okay. Listen.
I'm sending a reminder to everybody out there watching. If you haven't had that conversation and you haven't agreed on what's healthy for you in your marriage, of what the other person's desire is, and even if, like, let's say your desire is not as often as mine, right? There's a compromise there, and there's a place where we can meet. And then the other thing is, ladies, if you're using that as a form of control, it's going to backfire. First thing is, men are way more productive, way more goal-oriented when they are fulfilled in this area, right? And it doesn't mean that, like, you know, it has to be every day, but it's like, what is healthy for you in the marriage, right?
Right.
And we've had conversations about this, and even like some hard conversations sometimes.
Yeah. So, like, not to be confused, let's not all place blame on females, on women, because men can do it too. You can withhold, you can make reasoning as to why, like, oh, I got to go to work at 3 a.m. Oh, this, oh, that. And it's like, yeah, but she also has desires and needs that you need to fulfill. So do not control. Again, don't try to control that V, right? So.
Oh, man. People have been trying to control the V since the beginning.
Yeah, you can't. The V belongs to who it belongs to.
But this is a great conversation, and I feel like a lot of times, you know, control with finances, control with sex, control with conversations, you know, control with who's the dominant one in the relationship. I think at some point, fellas, if you're in a situation like that, you got to let go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really, if you're trying to control your marriage to that level, it's kind of a sign of insecurity, though.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just bound to end, because it's like, if you're not really willing to relinquish that control, that power, because it's like, it's sad. It's like most of the time that's how marriages end, is because of somebody trying to control
the other person.
Yeah. And it's like, we are not meant to be controlled.
Yeah.
We're meant to be loved. We're meant to be honored. We're meant to be respected, not control. That's definitely not one of the fruits of the spirit.
Control, self-control is a fruit of the spirit, not wife control
or husband control.
Like that's not a fruit of the spirit.
No.
But self-control. The only person that I am called to control is myself. And I think that if we approach this from a really mature place, a lot of us are broken and feel certain ways about relationships, or we're scared to like open up and be real honest and intimate. So then we try and control people to avoid
those intimacies
and even like pain.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to hurt me.
Right.
So I'm going to control you.
And then most of the time too, it's also your environment growing up, you know, what you experienced, what you saw in a relationship, whether it was like, oh, so-and-so was being dominant, so therefore I have to display that, or I lack that, therefore I need to make up for that because I didn't have that sense of control. So I'm going to try to control this person to the way I feel comfortable.
Right.
You know, so there's always that too.
Yeah. Well, I would just say, hey, if that's you and you know that there's a control issue in your marriage, we want you guys to reach out. We want to pray with you guys. We want to, offer any kind of help and support that we can. And I mean, this is really important. I just believe that if we can create healthy conversation about marriages, about vulnerability, and have these conversations, that marriages can get saved, you know? And we've been on this long journey of getting to this place where we're at now, because I know there were moments where I was trying to control you.
And
right?
I was trying to manipulate you.
Right.
Oh, like, no, aw.
This twisted thing called love.
Yeah, very sick.
But now it's better.
Excuse him while that's a piece
Still
of your
can't
love.
breathe all the way. Do you just bang your lip on the mic?
No, something else.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this is it for now.
Yeah.
This is a good first episode back.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this conversation. Control.
Right. How did you try to control your spouse? Are you trying to control your spouse? So,
How can you relinquish control this week?
Yeah.
How can you exercise relinquishing control? It doesn't mean you let people walk on you. Doesn't mean you let people abuse you. But how can you relinquish control of other people?
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. All right. So this would be episode 10. Yeah, this would be our episode 10.
We should just stop numbering them.
I'm keeping track in my head. It's too late now.
Yeah.
This would be our episode 10.
All
and the next video we put out, I promise, will be our anniversary video of when we went away and what happened. So
it's good.
All right. Thanks
14 years celebrating.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
14. Kind of like what I said on my Instagram page. I was like, 14 years of marriage, countless tears, but what outweighs the tears is the laughter and the love.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give me a kiss.